Hello La Pluma students in grades 3 through 5. Welcome to a new art lesson. Today we are going to learn how to draw a monarch caterpillar, and I want to show you what inspired this art lesson. Hey class, I'm in my backyard and this is a milkweed plant, and I was so excited to discover that there is a little caterpillar right under this leaf. So a monarch butterfly laid an egg, and then the egg hatched into this caterpillar, and he's been munching on milkweed, and then he will turn into a chrysalis and then hatch as a monarch butterfly. And I just think he's so sweet. All right, let's get started. We are going to start by drawing the segments of the caterpillar, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 segments that we're gonna draw. And each segment is kind of a square, but with rounded edges. So I'm gonna start in the middle of my page, and it doesn't need to be, I kind of did it a little tilted, but I wanted it to look like a square or a rectangle. That's my dog barking out there. But with kind of slightly rounded edges. So that's going to be the middle of my monarch caterpillar. And then from there, I'm going to draw the next section. And this one is also a rectangle, but each section kind of moves a little bit, like they're not perfectly in a straight line. So let me grab a pencil. So like the caterpillar, I'm gonna do a really light pencil line here. Might like curve like that. I hope you guys can see that on the video. Okay, so now I have two. I'm gonna go to the other side, and they're kind of like definitely overlapping. So there's like a little bit there that's covered up. And I'm just gonna go back and forth between each side until I have 13 sections. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and I'm gonna do 12, and then I'm gonna do the head a little bit rounded, so we can tell that that's the head. The caterpillar, actually it's really tricky to tell which side is which because they have these feelers on the front and the back, and they look identical to me, but I'm not that educated on caterpillars. But I just try to look at which end is eating, and that helps me see which one's the head. So I drew 2 feelers here on the back, and I'm gonna do 2 feelers here on the front. This one I came down onto the head a little bit, but this one I started at the edge because I want this feeler to be on the other side of the head. And they're actually a little bit thicker in the front, so I'm just gonna thicken these lines up. I'm using a black felt tip marker, but you can use anything you want to. Okay, now we're gonna draw these 3 legs that are near the head, and they almost look like, almost like claws. They're like a little bit sharp, so kind of curves forward and then curves back, and we're gonna do that 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And then the rest of we're gonna do 4 legs, and then we're gonna skip to the back and do 1 leg. these legs, so I'm skipping 2 sections, and there is kind of a rectangle with a ball at the end. So rectangle with a ball, and I'm doing this 4 times. Again, he's moving around on the leaf, so they're not all in a perfectly straight line. And then the last one. Right there. Okay, I'm loving my caterpillar. He's looking so cute. All right, we are going to draw stripes, and how we're going to do this is we're going to do a thick stripe that goes all the way from like one end to the other side, and then a shorter black stripe. And then I'm going to do a longer one and a shorter one that just goes like a little bit past halfway. And I'm just going to trade off doing that because some of their stripes go all the way from the top of their body to the bottom, but some only stretch like halfway down. So I'm just going to keep going across, and it doesn't have to be perfectly every other. Like here I did 2, actually I did a bunch of long lines all in a row. They are so beautiful, and it's so fascinating how they turn into these gorgeous butterflies. I have just been having so much fun taking care of mine. I started with the one that I showed you, and since then I found about maybe 7 more caterpillars, and I got worried that they were going to get eaten because caterpillars have a lot of predators. So after talking it over with some friends who know about caterpillars and butterflies, they recommended that I bring them inside just because they're safer. I guess only 10% of caterpillar eggs actually make it to monarch butterfly. So I'm hoping that by bringing them inside and making sure they have the right food and everything they need and keeping them safe from predators, that they will all make it to butterflies. So it's a lot of work, but it's really, really, really fun. It's amazing how tiny they start off, and then they just grow and grow and grow, and they eat so much. They're eating milkweed, which is their, I think you saw that in the video that I showed you in my backyard, but they're eating so much that almost all my milkweed leaves are gone. So today I went and bought another milkweed plant, but I'm kind of on the hunt for wild milkweed because it would be great if I could just find some and not have to keep taking it off the same plant. Okay, we are going to continue with the head with curved lines going towards his nose. I don't know if he has a nose, but and you can't see the eyes, so we're not going to draw them. But well, I'm not going to draw them. But if you want to draw them, go for it. Okay, that is basically the monarch caterpillar. I'm going to draw these milkweed leaves in the background, and milkweed leaves are long and skinny, and when you pull off a leaf, this like milky liquid comes out, and that's how they get their name, and that's how you can identify if it's milkweed or not. So we're gonna start at the back of the caterpillar and draw a curved line going out to the end of the page. And then from his nose, we're gonna draw the front of the leaf. And I made it so that it looks like the caterpillar already chomped off the tip of the leaf, which is actually how it seems because almost all the leaves have either holes in them or edges missing, which I don't mind at all. I don't really worry about my milkweed plant. I just want my caterpillars to survive. Okay, so I did a curved line on the bottom, and then I did a curved line through the center, and then we're gonna do some veins which go curving towards the tip of the leaf. And the veins are very yellowish. Okay, I'm really liking my milkweed leaf. And I'm gonna add a few more leaves just for interest. So I'm gonna put a leaf down here, kind of like going off the page on both ends. And then I'm gonna do the same type of curved lines. And then I'm gonna do a milkweed leaf coming up here at the top and going off the page again. Same thing with the veins that curve up towards the tip of the leaf and then in towards the middle. Okay, and then I added one more leaf tip over here just to kind of add a little balance on this side of the project. Oops. That one's got a little bit more of a point, which I kind of like actually. Oh, there's my dog. I think there's a squirrel in the backyard that he cannot stand. And usually around this time of night, the squirrel comes out and taunts him and he has to go bark at it. Okay, we could even add a leaf down here because this part looks a little empty, or you could add more up here. You're welcome to add. The leaves are perfect for framing the caterpillar because we want this to be the focal point or the main thing that you're looking at in the art project. So feel free to add more leaves if you'd like to. All right, for coloring the caterpillar, the pattern goes, and this took me a while to figure out, it goes black, white, black, white, black, yellow. Okay, so for our caterpillar, we're gonna go black, white, yellow. Black, white, black, yellow. I think I said that wrong the first time. Black, I'm gonna put yellow on this end. Black, white, yellow. No, black, white, black, yellow. Black, white, black, yellow. Oh, we gotta have a white there. This is tricky. I guess we're not gonna be able to do it perfectly. Black, white, yellow, black, yellow. You know what? I'm not gonna actually be as scientific as I started off being because I didn't think through my lines that perfectly. So the caterpillar's pattern there isn't as many yellow stripes as there are black and white stripes. They're a little more spaced out. But for the purpose of this project, we're not gonna worry about that too much. I'm just gonna draw some yellow in there. Kind of spaced out. You don't wanna do it between every other black line. All right, he's so cute and sweet. I feel like I need a little bit more yellow there. Okay. For coloring the leaves, I did what we've done in the past. I used kind of colors and layers. So I started by coloring the veins a yellow, and then I went back over the leaf and even over the yellow and did a couple different shades of green. And I'm just noticing as I'm doing this that we probably need to fill in our caterpillar's legs. Oh, and I did see some yellow going down into the legs, but not solid. So not these front legs, they were black, but the back legs had some yellow in them. Got some yellow in this back leg here. Okay, I'm gonna color in these front legs with black. And then for the leaf, I just want to choose a couple different shades of green, and I often like to use turquoise as one of my greens because I think it looks really good as part of the shadow. So I'm coloring in the leaf. Oops, you know what? I need to come back with my black pen. No, I'm not gonna do that actually. Okay, so coloring in this green. And then I'm gonna go back over it with turquoise, because even though it's bluish, it kind of, I don't know, it looks like shadows to me on the green. I decided I am gonna go back with my marker. Okay, so I'm gonna color in or draw in the top of the leaf here on just a couple of these little spaces where the caterpillar's body might show the top of the leaf. All right, and that's how I did the leaves. Just 2 layers or 3 layers of greens. In the background, I just wanted blue sky, and so I took a blue, and I am just using the side of it because I really like that texture that it gives it, and it's so much faster for coloring your background. So that is how you will color all your leaves and your background, and when you're done, it will look like this. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Hope you guys are doing well. Bye-bye.